Welcome to Armchair Anonymous. I'm Buck Rogers, and I'm joined by Lily Zappa.
Halloween.
We
love festive episodes.
We love Halloween.
Yes.
I went to the hayride last night. The haunted hayride.
Did?
Yes.
And
yes.
with Fred?
Yeah. Fred and Ricky.
Fun.
Yes, it was really fun. They've changed it.
Oh.
You don't go by the old animal enclosures anymore, which I found to be particularly and uniquely freaky.
Okay.
To see abandoned.
Yeah.
Because it used to go through the LA Zoo. That wasn't a part of it anymore.
Oh, you didn't pay for that
Now
package?
they had new exciting stuff. And it was fun because Fred and I talked nonsense the entire time.
Yes, and did they listen? Did it get back around to the
There were
creators?
no plants,
Okay.
no. But we made a point to remind everyone that was Fred's idea and that mine was a blood bag.
Yes.
Yeah. This prompt, fittingly, was tell us a time something crazy happened on Halloween.
Oh, these are great.
Yes.
There's maybe one that you shouldn't listen to.
Yeah, but I think you can.
Oh, the burp?
Yeah.
I love the burp. That's my favorite one for sure.
It's not as bad as some of the others you can't listen to.
Here's the thing. Just don't be consuming any clear Pepsi. No, anything that has the consistency of what?
Soup?
A clear soup. Yeah.
Just
If
maybe
you're
just don't
eating,
eat.
just eat a hamburger or a hoagie
Okay, I think
or an open
on
faced sandwich, meatball sandwich.
The third story, just put your food down.
Yeah, don't be eating anything.
Yeah, I think
But it's a wonderful story.
It's so good.
Oh, I loved it. Please enjoy.
Wait, I want to give a quick update.
Yeah.
Because we're in Armchair Anonymous land.
Okay.
A major story that we said you couldn't listen to was in waxing. Pretty much that whole episode.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm getting a wax today.
Oh my gosh.
My first one since
You've
that
just
episode.
now got your confidence
Courage
back.
up.
Courage, that's the right word.
But I'm really anxious.
You feel jinxed by hearing
Yes.
those other stories.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Well, good luck to you.
Thank you. I'll
If you
report
come in
back.
a diaper tomorrow, I guess we'll know how it went.
Oh, God. Okay.
All right. Good night.
Happy Halloween.
Hard times come and go. Good times, take them slow. My life, I had them both. Remember one thing, you gotta know, I'ma keep on shining.
Hi, Allison. Where are you?
I'm based in Madison, Wisconsin.
Oh, my goodness. I don't think we've ever spoken with anyone from Madison.
I'm happy to be the first.
Is Madison the state capital?
It is, yes.
It's fun to be from a state capital.
I think so.
Oh, we all not wrong.
I'm not from a state capital. Lansing's our state capital.
Yeah.
Is Atlanta the state capital?
Yes.
Oh. And then Lincoln, Illinois is right?
Springfield.
Springfield.
Okay.
Sorry to drag
only
you into
me
that.
and you.
And does your Halloween story take place in Wisconsin?
It's in Wisconsin, just not in Madison. It was during college. I went to UW Eau Claire.
Okay. Tell us what happened.
When I was in college, I was part of an organization that did some charity work for various places around town. And we had the opportunity one Halloween to staff a haunted forest that was kind of deep in the woods of Eau Claire. So I didn't really know what I was getting into, but it was a very interesting experience. I went and there was this big mansion kind of in the woods.
I want to go to a haunted forest.
Me
That
too.
sounds really fun.
Scary.
It's very festive. If you like being spooked, it's a great place to go. They brought us in and they kind of gave us our stations, got us set up, and I was supposed to be on the trail somewhere. They set me up with clothing, like, kind of the burlap and flannel and a mask, dark clothing.
I guess I stupidly assume, without any reason to think this, that when I'm at those places, these are people who love getting dressed up like goblins and scaring people.
Normally, yes.
That's what I would think. But
Yeah.
then talking to you, Allison, it's not a match with your just
That's because
aura.
this is for charity.
Well, it's even crazier.
I'm not a horror person, but it was an interesting experience. I think the proceeds went to charity, which is why I kind of got pulled into it.
Sure.
But I think typically it's staffed by those folks who do like that sort of thing. So anyways, they drag us out and they put us along the trail and everyone's kind of in various spots. They told me to lay on the ground and kind of cover myself in
my
leaves.
God.
And then as people walk by to kind of jump out and grab at them or yell at them or something like that.
Big reset if you got to cover yourself back up with leaves
Jesus.
after every time. I would have just gone to sleep. I can already know I already know what I would have done in this situation is I would have done it a couple times and then just laid down because I'm too lazy.
To be fair, after a while, I was not at the beginning of the trail. So people kind of get used to
Mm-hmm.
things jumping out and it loses the effect. So I wasn't really feeling it, but I was giving it my all. So at one point in the night, it was probably a couple of hours in, there was a group of college-age guys that come through. And I'm laying there and kind of waiting for the right moment to just jump out and grab at them. And for some reason, when I jumped out at this group of guys, one guy must have gotten really freaked out and he just kicked me right in the ribs.
Oh,
And knocked the wind out of me. And, I was masked, so I don't think he knew that I was a female or even a person.
A person, yeah. Animatronic.
Yeah, exactly. So I just started moving and kind of moaning because I couldn't say anything. And he realized that I was actually a person and a female also. So I felt immediately bad, but I couldn't really say anything to him because I couldn't talk. And so I was just sort of wheezing like, just go. Which,
I got someone else to scare in a minute. Get out of here. I got to cover
put
myself
the
with these
leaves on me.
leaves. So it takes me 12 minutes to reset.
Exactly. So he kind of carried on his merry way. I was pretty injured. I ended up having a bruise on my rib for probably about a month after that. And
no.
I never went back. I will not do a haunted forest again.
Oh my God.
This is what I figured happens to some of these characters.
Characters. You didn't know that term the last time we argued about
Yes, I
this.
did.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. I learned it at the...
With David.
Yeah, with David.
I've never heard you say characters before.
We'll have to fact
Rewind
check
the
it because
tape.
I do know.
Okay, so Monica and I have varying feelings about this and hypotheses, right? About these characters? Is that what they're called?
They're only called that at Universal Horror Nights. They called their actors characters. And I get nervous for them because they do get punched and stuff, but it's also on them.
Well, it's a two-way street, though, Allison, because I always think there's liability flying around in both directions. Like, if you own one of these, and let's say you got kicked, then you punch the guy back.
Right.
If I got kicked in the ribs, I'm afraid to think I would have attacked.
You would have?
Yes. If some guy just kicked me in the ribs, I would be like,
But you scared them.
No. No. And in fact, and I don't want to reframe this for you because you seem to have a great
attitude about it.
Yes. It's too late in the experience for someone to have that reaction. It's a bunch of dickhead college boys, and one of them's like, I'm gonna kick the next one that comes out because you feel justified, and you can say as an excuse I was scared.
I don't think these college guys want to say they're scared. I think he was scared.
No, you can say you're scared. Like next time one of these guys pops up, I'm gonna fucking kick him. This is things boys would do. I'm going to kick him, and then when he raises shit, I'm going to go, I got scared. Okay. This was like guaranteed. Because if it had happened at the beginning, I buy that he was scared. But you said you were deep in there, right?
I was deep in there.
I just went through all these haunted houses. It's still scary at the end.
I still don't even think anyone's reaction to being scared is to kick to begin with. I think it was premeditated. Where do you land on this?
I go back and forth. Because I couldn't talk to the guy, he seemed sufficiently sorry for it, but I kind of think he was probably just a drunk frat guy who was being an ass.
And I think he was sorry once he realized it was a woman.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think in his mind he was going to kick a random guy and he could have lived with that just fine.
Oh my God.
Or a machine and not feel bad about it, but it's still, vandalism.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, young boys like to vandalize. That's part of the problem. So you're on the fence. You're somewhere between Monica and I?
I am. I think if push came to shove, I'd probably lean to the vandalism side of things, but I'm trying to give the guy the benefit of the doubt.
Okay,
yeah.
wow.
Again, it's just very late in the experience. Now, when you reported this to the management of the attraction, what was their reaction? Tough titties?
I didn't. I just kind of kept it to myself, and I kept on going for the rest of the night.
Oh my God, you kept scaring?
It was for charity.
Oh my God.
There weren't damages to seek out, so I just kind of sucked it up, and it's a very Midwestern approach probably to just suck it up and go on with the night.
Did it alter how aggressively you were leaping at people and grabbing them? I imagine it would have toned down.
Yeah, I think my effort level decreased significantly for the rest of the night, and then I never went back after that.
Yeah, after that, I would be like, like when they walk by, I'm like, hi, I'm coming, peace.
Yeah, the moaning was real, I think.
Allison, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Has it ever crossed your mind to go into one of these haunted forests and just get even and kick some random just to pay it forward?
Knowing how much it hurts, no. Not in my nature. Well, and I tend to avoid them at all costs because, like I said, I don't like being scared. So It was not the place for me.
Well, you live and you learn.
Well, I'm glad you made it out of that forest. This is as bad as it can go if you volunteer to help.
For charity.
I know. We're not even sure what the charity was, but it was for charity.
I know, I can't even remember, but the silver lining is that I get to share the story now.
Well, it's so lovely to meet you.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that story, and I'm so sorry to hear you were kicked by a strange frat guy. It's a real bummer.
Thank you for having me.
Our pleasure.
Have a great day.
You too.
I keep thinking these are all going to be meet cutes, and that she's going to end up with the guy that kicked her.
Oh, I wish.
Every single one
That would
is
have
a
been
meet
so cute.
That should be another prompt. Fell in love with an attacker.
Abuser.
Yeah. Tell us about the time you had Stockholm
Yeah.
Syndrome.
Hi.
Hi, how do I pronounce your name?
Ines.
Where are you at other than a sloped attic space like we are?
I'm in Sweden.
Wow.
Are you Swedish?
No, actually, I'm from Spain.
Oh my.
I'm living in Sweden now. Yeah.
We love international.
Yes.
Global listenership.
For sure, global listener here.
And what are you doing in Sweden? And is it getting dark at noon there now?
It's getting dark quite early now. And I'm working here. I'm a dancer.
You're a dancer.
wow.
Oh my God, wonderful. Have you heard our show in Spanish yet?
No, but I heard you guys talking about it and I want to try.
You'll have to report back. Tell us.
Yeah, we
how
want to
it
know.
is.
Yeah, I'm curious.
So interesting. Right out of the gates, I would say, I don't even know that people in Spain celebrate Halloween. I'm just going to own my ignorance.
No, that's completely right. Now, globalization, people are starting to like Americanize it, but my story takes place in the States.
Oh, great.
You just
Okay.
pop all around.
A little bit.
Bunny
yeah.
rabbit hopping all around the globe.
Yeah, actually, I was living in Kentucky and we had just moved like 2 months ago. So we were really new. It was my first time living in an English speaking country, so I didn't really speak English. And Halloween was coming around the corner, which was very exciting because in all the movies, like Halloween is such an American thing. As you said, Dax, like not really a thing in Spain back then. I'd never been trick-or-treating. I'd never carved a pumpkin. None of it.
How old were you at this time?
10.
Oh.
Okay.
So like really prime age for the
Yes.
whole thing.
Yeah.
So very exciting, but I didn't really have any friends yet. I didn't really speak English. But, you know, my mom, being a mom, she was on a mission. And somehow she had a friend. I don't know how she had a friend because her English was worse than mine. But she had a friend that she'd made. And her friend had a daughter who apparently was my age. The moms decided, okay, they'll go trick-or-treating together. She'll make a friend, meaning me. The other girl probably had plenty of friends and was forced into it. And so we're like, okay, great. So I get dressed up.
What were you?
I think I was a witch.
Classic. Yeah.
I didn't know people had like such elaborate, fun costumes. Now I know.
The witch is wonderful.
Yeah,
That's
it
a
is.
great, you can't go wrong with a witch.
That's true. So we get in the car on Halloween day. My mom's driving down to this girl. She lived like a neighborhood away from me, so not too far. And it was also exciting because we were 10, so we could kind of go by ourselves. It was a very safe suburban area.
Yeah.
This was going to be the best day ever. And so we're driving down and we're on the street where the girl lives. And my mom sees this girl about my age, long blonde hair, dressed up with a little trick-or-treating bag. I was like, this must be her. Like, what are the chances?
This must be her. One kid.
She's never met the girl. She's
Right.
only met the mom. She knows she's my age, that she's blonde, and that her name's Allison. So she rolls down the window and she calls out, Allison! And the girl turns around and she's like, yeah. And she starts saying something. And my mom's like, that's it. This is Allison. And I think she tried to ask her if she was, but you know, my mom's English is not good. I had no idea what was going on. And we're like, of course, like, what are the chances? It's the street she lives in. She fits all of the criteria. Allison's not a normal name for us.
Well, I was just going to say, probably 12% of the school was Allison, but continue.
Exactly. At that moment, we didn't know.
Yeah.
So she's just drops me off. She's like, off you go. She's like, well, I'll see you at Allison's house later. And I'm like, okay.
Oh,
She just
no.
drives off.
Wow.
And there we are. The girl, Allison, starts talking to me. I have no idea what she's saying because I don't speak English really.
This is such
Oh
a
my gosh.
disaster.
But I'm like, okay, well, I'll figure it out. It'll be fun. We're kids, you know.
Yeah.
And you think it's the right Allison at
Right.
this point.
Oh, of course.
Yeah,
There's like
yeah.
no doubt in my mind because we don't have so many long blonde people named Allison in Spain, you know? So Allison takes me by her hand and we walk a few houses down and then we go into this house. It's madness. When I say a tornado of people inside there, it's a tornado of adults, kids, everybody dressed up. It was a massive Halloween party I've come to.
Oh, fuck.
But I didn't know what was happening. And she just goes in the house, says something to me. No idea what she says. I'm now guessing she probably said something like, oh, this is the party. Wherever, we'll hold you here. I don't know.
Yeah.
She just runs up the stairs. And I'm just standing there. By this time, realized this is not what was meant to happen.
Yes.
Where am I? Am I being kidnapped?
Oh, no.
Is my mom ever going to find me? Should I leave? Should I stay? Do I contact an adult? Everyone's really dressed up, so who do I know? Who should I trust?
You got to find a Spanish speaker.
Yes, in Kentucky.
Exactly. It's not like I'm in, New York City. So I'm just standing there in complete shock. I don't know how much time passed, evaluating every single person.
Oh, this is so scary.
It was really scary.
Yeah.
I remember a man dressed like a pumpkin. I almost went up to him, but then it was just madness. So much noise, and all of a sudden, I hear the door open. This crazy woman runs in, grabs me, pulls me out, puts me in the car, and I'm like, what just happened? It was my mom.
Phew.
Okay.
How'd she figure it
Well,
out?
I got it.
Oh, you want to guess?
So eventually, Allison's mother called her mom to say, like, where are you guys?
Yeah.
Allison's fixing to go trick-or-treating, and you're nowhere to be
But
found.
she's like, I don't know what you mean.
I already dropped her off with that. And then she went, oh, fuck, that was the wrong Allison.
But how'd she
And then
find that
sped back.
house?
She's probably racing around the neighborhood. Oh, let's find out.
Oh, yeah.
Quite close. My mom drove to Allison's house. This Allison was real, but our original Allison.
Well, we don't know. She could have been going as Allison. That was her
Alice in
character.
Wonderland that night.
Exactly.
And so she was like, I'm just being her. Very method.
Who knows? Now it just adds a whole dimension to the story.
So your mom does carry on to Allison's house.
So she drove there. She walks in the door and sees Allison completely dressed up with her mom. She said she opened the door, she saw the girl, she closed the door and ran out.
And they're like, these Spanish people are so insane.
True. She drove back to the place in the street where she dropped me off. And then she went kind of house by house trying to find me, walking up and down the street. And then she realized there was a party in that house. So she actually thought maybe there will be someone here that's seen the girls, so that will help me find them.
Smart.
But she opened the door, she saw me, and she's like crazy.
Oh, my God.
In the end, I did go trick-or-treating with the original Allison.
good.
Our moms came with us just to make sure nothing else
Yeah, after
happened.
that start, for sure, that's necessary.
And it was a great experience. Ate more candy than I had ever dreamed of.
Yeah, well, you just, not to pat ourselves on the back here, but I would imagine if I were 10 and I had never experienced Halloween and I went somewhere and I was like, this is America? Every house is handing out candy bars? I would think this is the most enchanted place in the world.
Oh, for sure. I was like, why don't we do this?
Yeah.
How long did you guys stay there in Kentucky?
4 years.
And how did you end up assimilating? How long did it take you to learn English?
By the end of that year, I would say I was fluent because I was so young and you're just immersed. You don't really have a choice. And as you said, I was in Kentucky. So my dad, for example, he spoke British English. He was the only one in the family that really spoke English. And people in Kentucky had a hard time understanding him.
Oh,
so
I'm sure. Yeah.
we all had to adapt.
So you stayed there until 8th grade?
Yeah, exactly.
And did you have a boyfriend? Did boys like you? Were you an outcast? Were they charmed by your foreignness or were they scared by it?
I don't know. I think people were a little bit charmed, but I was always dancing, so no boyfriend.
Ballet?
Yeah, at the time, mostly ballet. Now I do other sorts of dance.
Well, you're also very beautiful, so I'm sure lots of boys liked you.
Oh, thank you. I have to say, Monica, you're so much cuter than in the pictures.
Oh, I know the pictures are not
That
great.
came out wrong. Like, you look wonderful in the pictures.
No. I appreciate it. I take it as a compliment because I agree and thank you.
Let's go back to Kentucky in 8th grade, though. So we're kind of fascinated with ballet dancers because it's kind of masochistic. It's very brutal.
It's very masochistic.
Right? What impact do you think it's had on your overall personality to have pursued that?
It's hard to tell what part of me is really my personality and what part of me is my personality because I've done ballet my whole life. Because I am very much a perfectionist. I'm very disciplined.
Yes.
But then I'm like, would I have been that way if I hadn't done ballet? So I don't know.
Chicken or the egg?
What kind of dance do you do now?
I do a lot of mostly contemporary dance, but all sorts of dance, and I'm also a circus artist now.
Wow.
You are. Okay, so have you seen Cirque du Soleil here ever?
Yeah.
Is it that vibe?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my
Whoa.
gosh. I don't think I'm more impressed by any humans on planet Earth than the performers of Cirque du
So
Soleil.
cool.
Yeah, agreed. Me as well.
It's mind blowing. We went last year and I'm just like, I don't know the physics of this. This is
And so brave.
and so hot too. I'll throw it out there. It's the best of what humans can be, really, physically.
Well, it's okay. Best is. Yeah.
Well, it's in
We'll
the eye of
cut
the
that.
beholder.
Yeah.
We'll cut that.
This was great. What a story.
Yeah.
Also so scary. As a kid in a new country, lost.
Yeah, I learned that Halloween in America is definitely scary. And also that everyone's name can be Allison.
Yes.
By the way, I have many memories, and I would go up to a door, and you'd see parents in there kind of partying. People would be hammered on Halloween. You'd see like drunk adults in costume, and it was always just a little scary.
Unnerving.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that house party had a lot of drunk adults. I didn't realize it then, but I'm pretty sure.
I remember one time we were trick-or-treating way too old. I was in high school, like 9th grade. And we knocked at the door, me and my buddy, and this guy opened. He's like, fuck, I don't know whether to give you some candy or a beer. Which one do you want?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, my dad's neighborhood.
Everyone gave me candy all 4 years that I was in Kentucky.
Okay. Oh, well, it's so nice to meet you. Thank you so much for telling us that story.
And if either of the Allisons are listening, reach out.
Yeah, we would love to hear from your perspective.
Especially the second Allison.
Yes.
I would love to know what she was thinking.
Yes, exactly. All right. This was great.
Yeah,
Thank you.
so nice to meet you.
Great, thank you guys.
That reminds me of a time I got lost in the Burlington Coat Factory.
Oh, my God. Hold on a second. In the storefront. Not at the actual factory where they make the Burlington
No,
coats.
at the store.
Okay.
Yeah, we were coat shopping and I got lost.
How old? 13?
19. No, I was probably like 8 or something.
Okay. and
It was
you lost your mom.
traumatizing. Yeah. And there were so many coats.
Yeah, it's a maze of coats.
Yes. And I was
Yeah.
like, where
I loved
is
that
she?
place.
I hate it.
Hi, Joseph. This is a beautiful wall behind
Are
you.
you
of
in New
brick.
York City?
I'm in Chicago. Yeah, no, some people think it's fake, but no, it's real. It's all tangible.
It's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yeah. Are you an architect or something? What's happening?
No, not at all. I run a super teeny tiny tech business. It's super nerdy.
Okay.
Because Google.
Just a little.
How are you guys?
Great.
So good. We're having a lot of fun, and it's getting us really excited for Halloween. Are you a big fan of Halloween? Just before we even hear your story, what's your feelings?
Yeah, and this is actually part of the story. I'm a gay man, so Halloween is kind of like the gay Christmas.
Oh, elaborate on that.
People can just dress up and be themselves, and it's just fun.
Have you ever been to Halloween in West Hollywood?
No.
Oh, it's
That's
the
worth
event
doing.
of the whole year in LA.
It's really fun.
Yes, it's outrageously fun.
Yeah, but I feel like when you get some of those like really gay Halloween events, you know, you get people and they just wear like a cowboy hat and they're like, I'm a sexy cowboy, and then that's it. So you have to be like super ripped for that. So like, this isn't going to really work out.
Look, I'm not going to tell you there's not a ton of sexy cowboys, which I love, of course.
Yeah,
but
sure.
there's room for everyone. We got all kinds of costumes happening.
Yes.
Yeah, people have a broom. They're like, I'm a sexy shirtless witch.
Yes. I would say it's like a sliver of Burning Man. People really go all out
Yeah.
on the costumes. People spend like a year planning. Okay. Tell us about your crazy Halloween story.
Yeah, I have to kind of apologize because, you know, you've had some pretty gross stories lately, you know, with the service industry one.
Oh, yeah, no.
To be fair, we said do not listen.
We did. We were very upfront
No,
about
I loved
that.
it. I loved it. I think it's great.
But what you're pointing out is, yes, the show is circling the drain. We keep getting grosser. But weirdly, I noticed on this last one, like, we've hit something. People are...
They like
They're engaged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like, you know, if you put the disclaimer saying, don't listen to this, like, people are in. The last one, it was like, this is a flat story. And I'm just like hanging on to it. I'm like, I can't wait. And it didn't disappoint. So I feel like this could be up there with kind of, you know, the leaky leg and the psoriasis.
Oh, thank
Wonderful,
God.
the dander
Okay,
and
I'm ready. The others have been tame.
So I'm sorry if this warrants a disclaimer at the beginning of your podcast. But yeah, here we go.
This explains why you're using a code name, by the way.
Oh, I didn't know.
100%.
Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, because, you know, I didn't want to embarrass any other people involved, you know,
Sure.
so I think it's important to kind of think of this as like a very, very closeted gay man over 20 years ago in conservative Ohio. So I was at a state school in Ohio, and there was this one girl in my economics class that I would see super, super pretty. Let's call her Becky. Very shy, but beautiful and always had such good comments in class. And then we were out for Halloween night and I ran into her. She was dressed as Wonder Woman.
Ooh, this is a side of her we weren't expecting, right? If she's shy.
Totally, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
exciting.
It's at a college bar. It's like cheap beer and super sugary cocktails. So we continue hanging out. And then she's like, do you want to go back to my dorm? So I'm like, okay,
Well, can I pause you there for half a second?
please.
So you already said you're not out at that point.
No, I was extremely like paranoid closeted. You know, your listeners can't see this, but I talk with my hands. I mean, it was so close to the point I wouldn't even do this because it would be a tell.
Okay,
Oh.
so did you not know to not get yourself in situations where you were back at a gal's dorm room? Or were you nervous about that at all? Like she's going to expect something?
Yes and no. For me personally, you kind of go through things because that's the things that all your friends are doing.
Yes, the quote normal thing to do.
Yeah. And at that point, I'm like, maybe the whole gay thing is just a physical thing. I mean, I didn't even hold a guy's hand until after college. So
Right.
it was also new and confusing. And again, like being part of that area of the country. So yeah, you kind of do the things that you're just kind of expected to do.
It would be just as dangerous to not accept that offer in your mind.
Yeah, you're
well,
probably
that would
like,
be
I
a big
should.
red flag.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there's
Oh.
also so much paranoia too. That's I didn't go home with this girl. So now everyone's going to know I'm gay. So
Whew, it's so, I imagine, exhausting.
it is so exhausting, but I feel like things have obviously changed so much. So we get back to her place and she becomes fairly aggressive. So she like
My.
rips off the Wonder Woman outfit.
This is wasted on you. I can't imagine being in this situation. Sign me up. Wonder Woman disrobing.
And I was nervous too, but I had a method during college, and that was when like Colin Farrell was the hottest dude on the planet.
Yeah, still is.
Right, exactly. So it was always close your eyes, pretend she's Colin Farrell.
Oh, good hack.
Yeah, it was a perfect hack. So she gets on the bed, lays horizontal, which I guess that's what people do. And I'm still kind of standing up awkward. She gets naked and then she's like, come here.
Great.
And the very first thing that she does, and this gets progressively worse. So the first thing that she does is she like puts my head between her breasts
Oh, wow.
and like takes the right hand and puts it on the right breast, the left hand on the left breast, and does this like aggressive motorboat, like
Okay.
aggressive oscillation where it's just super
Smashing your face.
intense.
Yeah.
Smashing like my big old gay noggin between her breasts.
It makes me really quick, not to interrupt you, but it does remind me of our friend Jess. He was at a bachelor party. He's very openly gay, and the stripper rubbed her boobs on his face. And he's like, honestly, it felt like someone's ears on my face.
Yeah.
He compares it to someone rubbing their ears on his face.
He also always says, I would eat around it.
yes.
Yeah, it's like boobs and stereo surround, right? That's like the best way to kind of think of it. Everywhere that was going on, like, Dolby surround and areola-form. So that was weird. And it was also very unsensual.
Yeah, she's shy. Remember who we're talking
That's why
about
it's
here.
so hot to me is that she's so shy in class and,
And
she has
makes
this
great
tigress in her.
comments.
Becky to Wonder Woman.
Alter
The
ego.
Halloween brings it out in people.
Yeah. So she goes to the bathroom for 2 minutes. And I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I didn't hear any flush.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So I'm like, maybe she was a little bit gassy.
Sure. That happens.
I'm confused and I'm nervous.
I'm so sorry. What costume are you wearing? I think
yeah,
that's
yeah,
really
yeah.
important.
I wasn't wearing anything.
Oh.
That's the lamest thing.
Oh, wow.
I was dressed as a straight man.
Okay. Yeah, you were always in costume as a straight
Well,
dude.
I bet he was afraid, like, if he dressed up, whatever you picked, people would be like, oh, you're gay. You picked the gay costume.
You picked Iron Man.
Can you imagine if I was dressed as like someone from like the Village People or something?
Right.
Like, that would be amazing.
The construction worker in the vest.
Oh, okay. So she's in there.
Yeah. So she came out of the bathroom, lays back down on her bed, and she pushes my head down there.
Okay.
She's sexually assaulting you at this point.
You have no consent.
There was a lot going on.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, and I can't think of a better way, then like her vagina burped.
Oh, okay, sure.
Like a queef.
It's a queef.
No.
Oh.
Not so fast.
All of this gel comes out of her vagina.
Oh, she was lubing up?
I don't know if it was lube or spermicide.
Oh.
I felt like the spermicide thing was something more in like the 70s. I don't know. It's a mystery to this day.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it had a very hospital minty, like they could clean the floors with it.
Sure.
And
Some
it went
Clorox.
everywhere. It went in my eyes and my, like, because I'm assuming, both of us were very inexperienced. So it just shot out at me.
Oh.
Oh my God. I'm so embarrassed for her.
So embarrassed for her.
Oh.
And then my immediate reaction, and I think it was a mix of the sugary drinks,
Oh no. No, no,
Yeah.
no, no.
Of course.
the spermicide / lube.
The vagina.
Right, exactly.
It burped Purell on you, basically.
It burped Purell on me. That's a really great way to say it.
Okay.
The second that happened, without thinking, I threw up.
Yes. Oh my God. On her vagina.
Monica, not on her vagina, inside her vagina.
No.
Not on her vagina. Inside
No.
her.
Oh my. This is. Oh.
Awful.
This is such a disaster.
It was also quick and like it was everywhere. There were definitely like chunks between the minora and the majora.
Oh my God. I feel so embarrassed for everyone.
A lot of victims in the room.
Yeah, so in the moment, it was just like automatic cleanup, like, hey, are you okay?
Yeah, who feels worse? She knows that she shot that on you, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. But I still don't know what it is.
Right. We'll never find out, unfortunately. So you're both profusely apologizing to each other?
Yeah. Because like I felt terrible. I think she was just apologetic of the situation. So there was kind of the immediate cleanup. I went home. But then like after that, I was paranoid for such a long time. Are people going to find out the guy that's afraid to use exaggerated hand movements is the guy that saw a vagina and threw up into it?
I mean, that is like a cliche.
Yeah.
Touche.
So that's it.
What was the
Wow.
vibe back in class with her? Did you guys like ever hang again? Did you talk about it?
We never talked about it. We were in the same class for the rest of the semester. We would see each other out and about and we're friendly. But at the end of the day, I think it was two super awkward people that weren't used to doing that. Because I think she was probably trying to do the things that she thought was sexy. And like, here I am again, pretending this was Colin Farrell.
Yes.
So it was just two awkward kids.
Yeah, I got a hunch she went into the bathroom. The reason she was gone so long, obviously it didn't take her 2 minutes to put that spermicide in herself. She was looking at a tube and she's like, how much am I supposed to use of this? She was probably reading the back of it and she probably put way too much in.
That was the thing, yeah.
In the putting of all that in there, some air got trapped in there and it was just a packed cannon at that point. It was like a musket.
Oh my God.
It was like the pop-it things and like confetti would go everywhere.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you said burped, but really it also threw up. The
That's true.
vagina threw up and then you threw up.
And you
back.
fought throw up with throw up.
The result of that, you just have like the most disgusting, heinous mixture of liquids. But again, like it was on/in her, so she got the worst end of that.
How long before you left the scene?
Yeah.
I don't clearly remember. I remember being very quick. It left in a very nice and kind way, but it was just one of those things where I think both of us maybe had like some unspoken truths that we'll never talk about this moment ever again.
Right.
I hope she found out eventually that you are gay, because if that happened to me, I would feel like, oh, I can never show my vagina to anyone else ever.
But wait, hold on. You don't think she would naturally attribute it to the burp and the Purell everywhere?
You should do that. That's what happened, but you won't.
You're going to hate this. I just want to warn you, you're going to hate this. If I had been in that exact same situation, it wouldn't have slowed me down a bit. I mean, I'm telling you the truth. It would have taken so much more than that. More than that had come my way in my youth, and that would not slow me down. You're with Colin Farrell. He comes out of the bathroom, and he butt burps some Purell. You're fine, right?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
Let's go.
100%.
Yeah, let's just sweep this under the rug.
But it got in your mouth. There's a chance it just didn't sit well.
He was already in a rough situation.
Yeah, so I think that's actually a big part of it, though, because I think, if things were different, I'd be like, okay, not a big deal. But in this instance, this was just too much. And then everything I couldn't. And the thing is, I'm not a throw up type of person. Like I probably 10 times in my life.
If you've only thrown up 10 times in your life, we can conclude that 10% of the time you throw up, it's in a vagina.
I would say 80%. No, just kidding.
Oh.
Monica, I just wanted to get back to your question. So we are friends on social, so she does know.
Okay.
So if there's any lingering insecurities, then it should be fine.
They got clarified.
Oh, good.
Okay.
A lot of healing has happened in the last 2 decades. Well, it's so nice to meet you.
Thank you guys so much for having me on. This has been an absolute pleasure.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Yeah.
No repeat story performances.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Can you guys hear me?
Oh,
yes.
Beautifully. You sound fantastic.
I don't even know what to say. This is fantastic. I can't believe it.
Listen, it looks like you're on the poster of Garden State.
Oh
Almost,
my
right?
God.
The wallpaper in the chair.
Yes.
It's incredible. What's happening? Are you a vampire?
You know what? I actually am. I just woke up for this. The sun's coming down here in Oklahoma. Actually, my dad has a hearing aid practice, and I'm in his testing room.
Oh.
Wow.
Thankfully, this fell after business hours, so I was able to actually come in here and use it.
Okay, so is it like dead quiet in there normally?
Oh, yeah. I can hear my heartbeat in my ears.
Oh. Okay, so Logan, you're in Oklahoma. Is that where this Halloween story took place?
Yes. So this actually took place here in Tulsa, Oklahoma last year.
Oh.
So my wife and I got married last August. And so last year, after we got married, we wanted to do a couple's costume. And Monica, we love Harry Potter too. It's one of the things that we bonded over. We read all the books growing up. I mean, I think we watched the movies at least once a month. So it's a big deal for us. We love Harry Potter. And so we've done the Pottermore tests. I'm a Gryffindor and she's a Ravenclaw.
Wow, great pairing.
I know, right? Sometimes I think she thinks I'm a Slytherin, but, that's kind of up for debate.
Yeah.
We went online. I found a couple of really good robes, and we wanted to hold on to them for a few years because she really wants to go to Harry Potter World as her graduation gift next year when she's done with school. So we thought, perfect, we'll get a couple of good ones. What's important about this, though, is that even though we kind of found some better ones, the only ones we could find were made out of polyester. So we had a few parties lined out on the 29th last year because Halloween was on a Monday. And the first one that we decided to go to was actually a family friend's. And they're neighbors of my parents. We've done Thanksgivings with them before. So figured let's start here and then we'll see where the night goes after this. We get over there and we're probably at the party for maybe an hour and a half. It's starting to get going. People are coming in. We've had a few drinks at this point. And he comes out, the host. And it's important to note that he's wearing an adult Bam Bam costume. So he's got on like the blonde wig, the foot shoes on and everything. So he comes out and grabs me and says, "Hey, Logan, you got to come inside and try this dish that my wife's making." Now, at the time, I didn't know anything about it. He's real excited. I immediately knew that something cool was happening because as soon as I walked in, there was just a group of people standing around the center island in the kitchen, and all I could see was a flame coming up about 2 feet in the air from the countertop.
Okay.
So we get over there, and I find out that this dish is called, I'm probably going to butcher this, it's a Portuguese dish called chorizo a bombeiro. I guess translates to sausage cooked on fire. And what it looks like is there's this ceramic dish that has a reservoir in the bottom of it that you pour Everclear into, and you light it on fire.
Oh, wow.
I get there in time with him that they're pulling the first sausage off, and it was really good. He's slicing it up. He's handing me some bites of it. I'm having some more. So we're standing right there, and his wife goes to put the next sausage on, and
we caught you.
I kind of wanted to do it subtly. I didn't want to draw attention to the Ted Seegers.
I got to tell the audience that Logan just took a big swig of Ted Seegers. How good is that NA beer?
It's fantastic. This is my last one of the case. I'm going to have to order more.
Oh.
We got more coming end of the month.
Perfect. I need one of those shirts that says, "Ted Seegers, please, I'm driving."
Okay, perfect.
So I don't know if you've ever burned Everclear or any other type of grain alcohol before, but when it gets down to the bottom part, the flames are actually invisible So it creates the illusion that there's no more fire.
Uh-oh.
At this point, his wife then thinks that we need to light another fire. And so she grabs the bottle of Everclear,
Uh-oh.
starts pouring it in the reservoir, and it explodes.
Oh.
Fire 3 feet up in the air. It went out both ends of the reservoir.
Oh, no.
It just happened so fast. I throw my hands up, and what it really felt like was, you know, when you open an oven really fast and it's like on broil and you just feel the heat coming out?
Yeah.
I'm just kind of in shock, and I see my parents' neighbor, and his wig is on fire.
Oh. Okay, Bam Bam?
Bam Bam's on fire.
Okay. Not ideal.
No, not ideal at all, especially in those shoes. He can't run very well.
No.
Yeah.
I then noticed that nobody's watching him. They're all staring at me. Oh, shit, I'm on fire.
Oh, my God.
And
Jesus.
my robe had completely ggone up in flames. I mean, everything. I've got the polyester tie that came with the costume. It's on fire.
No. Oh, my God.
That was dangerous.
Thankfully, my kindergarten training kicked in,
Yes.
and I remember to stop, drop, and roll.
Yes.
And I can't take all the credit for that. Someone was yelling at him to fall down as he was running in the backyard. And so I heard it, and so I remembered to stop,
Yeah.
drop, and roll around. One swift motion, shirts off, robes gone, everything, and I am hauling it to the bathroom to assess the damage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Are you just in a pair of panties at this point?
Oh, no, thankfully I've still got pants on.
Okay, great.
Those didn't catch on fire. The robe and shirt, completely toast. I never even saw the robe. Again, they threw it away before I could even see it. I don't think there was much left.
Someone could have just done a spell.
You know, I was the only one with the wand.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's on you.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. I should have at least made sure that my wife had one too. Because then,
Exactly.
you know, she could have used the aguamente, get me out, we would have been fine.
Aguamente. Boom, guys.
Oh, amazing.
I'm assessing the damage, and it didn't really start hurting until I could see what it looked like. And I have pictures if you want to see. I know, Dax, you may be interested.
Of course I am.
The entire bottom right side of my face and both of my hands were just completely burned. So whenever I had thrown my hands up like this, I guess I missed this part.
Yeah.
And so it just went right here and got both of my hands.
Oh, my God.
Let me add, you have enormous hands. I just want to congratulate you on how fucking big your hands are.
I think that's actually an illusion.
Oh,
It's closer to
okay.
the camera.
Okay.
But thank you. I appreciate it. I'll take it.
Okay.
I don't know if you can really see that super well.
Oh, no.
Oh, my Lord, son.
Wow, that looks so
that was
painful.
my face.
Oh.
And those were my hands.
Oh, my gosh.
Ow.
Logan, I'm shocked your face looks completely fine now.
Yeah.
How long did it take to heal?
It was about 2 weeks before I could use my hands again. And it was about 3, maybe 4 weeks before it was all no longer noticeable. I do notice my cheeks get red more often now, and I've got a couple spots on my hands that do. But other than that, it's like I got a free chemical peel out of it.
Wow.
It's very glass half full.
Well, the best glass half full is that it got me here. I get to talk to you all. So. My dad's running next door, get in the car. And meanwhile, my wife has no idea what happened. Nobody went and grabbed her or told her anything. Right. She's just still in the backyard.
Having a great time.
Yeah. So eventually someone comes and gets her and they tell her, hey, Molly, I think you need to go inside. Logan's having kind of a hard time right now. That's what they told her.
What? Like you're in a bad mood?
But that's all she got. And then when she came inside, obviously her jaw dropped. She's freaking out. We get to the hospital and it is packed. Saturday night in the ER. There's so many people there. But what's really funny is that for a Halloween night, there was nobody in costumes.
Oh, I'm
we
surprised.
were the only ones.
Oh. Yeah, I would have thought the whole place was like the Monster Mash,
Yeah.
people with fucking missing hands and stuff.
That's what I was expecting too. They're trying to figure out who's actually injured and which one's part of the costume. And everything.
Right. What's real blood? What's fake?
So I get in there and my first thought is, oh shit, this is going to be a while before I can get back there. And then they immediately take me back before my wife's even done signing the paperwork. And so my first thought is, oh, this is great. I don't have to wait. And then I think, oh, this must be really bad if I don't have to wait.
Yes.
Yeah, good point.
So they get me back there. I've got my wedding band on, and it looked like gold, but it was made out of tungsten steel.
Ooh.
They're trying to cut it off my finger. It broke 2 drills. The first one, it popped the blade off. The second one, it was too dull. So I asked the guy, I said, hey, how come we're focusing on this and we're not getting other things moving because I'm in a lot of pain here? He said, well, 2 reasons. Your hands are swelling at a rate that if we don't get that off, you could lose that finger.
Oh, God. Okay.
And he said, and we can't give you any pain medicine because it may make your hands swell more. So we've got to find a way to get this off your finger.
Whoa.
He turned around. I don't know what he was looking for, but that scared the hell out of me. So I grabbed that ring and I yanked it off my hand. The ring came off, and so did all of the skin on that finger. Ripped the whole thing off.
Oh.
The whole thing was an ordeal. They ended up having to transfer me to the burn center at a different hospital. I spent about 3 hours there because they had to wait for the blisters to get to full size before they could do anything. So they actually went in and they cut them all off.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
Very satisfying while they're cutting it off. All this hot pus is coming out of my hands.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
The cold air on it felt really great. What didn't feel so good is when they had to get the wire brush and start cleaning them out.
No, stop!
I hope Doodle Boy animates this one, and I hope he has a skeleton finger.
No,
I want to see just the bone in the drawing.
Oh my gosh. You know what? That would make my day. Well, this already has made my year, but if I could see that as the Doodle Boy sketch, that'd be fantastic.
Oh my God. Logan. Ooh.
You know, all in all, everything healed up pretty great. They were 2nd-degree burns, which meant no nerve damage. It also meant that I felt every second of every single thing because there was no nerve damage.
Right.
You have a very good attitude about this experience. I really want to applaud how well you've taken this whole thing.
Well, I get to talk to you guys.
Well, that's very sweet.
I think this is the happiest way I've ever told this story.
Oh,
So
that
this
is,
year,
wow.
what are you going to go as this year? You should go as a Roman candle to fuck with people.
You know what? I thought about going as a burn victim. They sent me the e-bite to the same party like a week ago.
Oh, my God.
You know, I've still got plenty of bandages in the house.
That would be great.
That's so funny,
Or
actually.
come as a firefighter, one of the two, with an extinguisher.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Well, Logan, what a pleasure to meet you. I'm sorry that happened to you, but I thank you because it amused us greatly.
Well, thank you both so much. Really appreciate it.
All right, bye. Stay safe out there. As we've heard, many, many things can go wrong.
Oh, my God.
It's not shocking. I mean, it's a night where everyone's dressing up as alter egos.
I mean, it is
hammered.
the drunkest I've ever been.
Yeah, that's so common. I told you that was Bree and I's. That was always a disastrous holiday for us. Yeah. We would overconsume.
Like, why? There's so many other holidays where drinking's a thing.
It's the alter ego thing.
Yeah.
You look in the mirror and you're like, oh, I'm this creature tonight, and I'm going to behave as such. You just feel like you're anonymous in a way.
Yeah.
You act like you're on social media.
Wow, scary. Scary, ding, ding, ding.
We've already revealed, but should we re-reveal our Halloween characters we're playing?
Yes.
Okay, so everyone knows I'm Gryffindor. No, I'm Oldawan.
Dumbledore.
I'm Dumbledore.
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 Oh, my God.
I'm Dumbeldore. I love dumbbells.
Listen, we're doing Harry Potter Halloween, and
James
there's a wide range in the group of fans.
Yeah.
Some people are really extreme fans.
Rabid.
Some would say rabid. And others don't know much at all.
That's right.
It's causing a rift.
Is it? This is not news to anyone, though, that I'm just like, I liked the movie.
Not just you. There's others.
Oh,
There's others out there on your team.
I didn't know that.
I'm going as Rita Skeeter.
Rita Skeeter, Pumpkin
Yes.
Eater.
And
she's a gossip?
Yes, she's a bad journalist.
Right. And she breaks all these gossipy stories, and it turns out she's also a wizard.
No, she's an unregistered animagus, which means she can
Animagus.
turn into a beetle fly. And that's how she's getting all this information.
Fly
she's
on the
spying.
wall. Fly, the proverbial fly on the wall.
That's right.
The proverbial, what was the thing I said the other day? The proverbial, and you wanted to know? The proverbial.
Oh, it was a proverbial goat eating balls sack. Something
Eating
like
goat
that.
balls.
Eating goat balls.
Yeah, in a local community.
Yeah. Well, I love Halloween, and I hope everyone has a wonderful Halloween.
I know that should have made us like less excited for Halloween. It actually made me more excited.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love the festivities.
Me too. Well, I love you. Happy
Love
Halloween.
you. Happy Halloween.
Do you want to sing a tune or something? We don't have a theme song.
Oh. Okay, great.
We don't have a theme song for this new show, so here I go. We're gonna ask some random questions, and with the help of Armcherries, we'll get some suggestions. On the fly rhyme dish, on the fly rhyme dish, enjoy.